Welcome to Paramount Chicago, which I've already started. Yay! And they are making a Mighty Mouse, so it works. All right, what we're doing over here, we're gonna have a little water park. We gotta put a roof on it and do some stuff and things. All right, you gotta do some stuff and things. So let's get to it. All right, select the building, scenery, and we need very odd. We need bamboo. I had this massive brain aneurysm moment there. Snap to position we definitely want on. It's weird that it's loading so high. Edit. But that's fine. We're gonna put some different stuff up anyways. Alright, so okay. I'm gonna put the doors on before I forget. And we're gonna use something like this. Changing rooms. Let's label the changing room. It doesn't need to be that big. That's good. This is a dryer. Toilets are going to be over here. But let's do a door first. We gotta find a door that fits. That's what we're trying to do. Yeah, we are gonna make a water park. Alright, that's a garage door. Nice for the toys. I like it. That's a toy elevator door, but it actually kind of works if we do it in like yellow. That almost works. Almost. Those are too big because those are moving doors. Same thing if we do like yellow and blue. Yellow. Make this one. Make that blue. Make that. No. Make that yellow. Make that white. Works. And then we come over here. And the way that we can do this is we can make, nope, that would be like a thistle. This one would be like a brown. This would be blue. This would be white in the back. And we turn snap off. Alright, and we'll put it in place. Now we can turn snap back on so that it's there. Now we come back in here and we want a thatch roof. That's a thatch damaged barn. Nice. We might actually use something like that. Possibly. Just looking at all the different options of things that we could potentially add. Building, decorations. Ooh, that's horribly placed. Alright. That looks halfway decent. Except I totally forgot to put stuff on the end here. Ah, that one. This one. We're gonna need a name for the water park, because I do not actually have one. Actually, no, we want that to be thatch. And we want it to be like siding, cones, walls. Like this stuff. No. Do 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 do. That's not something I usually do, you know, adding this kind of stuff. So I'm liking doing something a little different here. I need information, signs, oh no, it's gas relations, whatever. Yeah. Let's reset that. Alright, let's find some thatch again. Yeah, see, roof panel for that thatch would be nice. Do 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 do. Yeah, that works. Sweet. That's a nice little entrance to what will be a relatively small park addition. Why is this not too big? Wrong kind. Get in that changing up? Because that one's correct. I have to fix some stuff. I will. Now we'll see what happens when it opens up. We'll need to find a name for it. Alright, we're gonna use not a pre-made, I think. What have we got? I don't wanna maybe stick a lazy river down this way, we'll see. And we're gonna have to build a we're gonna have to build some stuff. There's a nice lazy river that we could have. Complete with waterfall. Yep, okay. Yep, so we're gonna do that. What we're gonna do... We're gonna paint. And then... Wow. Of course I went too far. Intersecting terrain? No. I hate it when that happens. That's fine, we'll make it work. That is a little oof. That'll work, and then we'll curve the edge. Curve the edge. So somewhere over here is where I'm thinking we're gonna stick the food and all that. We got toilets, we got a dryer, all those things. We'll put a sign up there. We got a lazy river, which is you. Happy we've got that. Let's see what we've got. I want to do all pre-built stuff. I really don't want to spend a lot of time making things. For this, anyways. Also, one of the pools. There was... I found a cool, like, kids' pool. I think this might have been a Polynesian splash. Moving platform trigger. Why is that there? Weird. Anyways, yeah, a nice little like kids one here. That's cute. Let's go back to pools. I don't know why Star Wars X-Wing is in a pool, but okay, cool. Windmill suit. Excuse me, that is definitely a pool of scenery. Now, what we do need is pause this. Pools, we need the pool to be warmed up. Does definitely need a heater in it. Because it could get cold because we are in that kind of environment. I don't really have a grand scheme of kind of what I'm looking to do. I haven't really decided any of that yet. Just going with kind of whatever happens. Alright, we need to test you. We need you to be custom. We need you to be the proper color. Same with this guy. Needs to be the proper color. We're going to need to add power. We're going to need to add water. That's going to come over here. This new create custom. We need a fresh rot. We need a power distributor. And actually, out here, I think we might just need a water filter. I don't think we're going to need power. Over here, we're definitely going to need a water filter. And we are going to need power. But we can build that think actually maybe what we'll do is it'll go in here. That's where we'll build the extra. Maybe even over here. Where we can build, you know, food and all that. You'll be able to put power and those things in. But this, I like this. This works. Got a nice pool here. We're gonna have to heat this pool. Closed. All right. I'll figure out heat and those other things, but a nice little, a small little water park to have. And we've got our Mighty Mouse over here. Rip roaring, ready to go. We've got our entrance here with heaters and all that. I'm gonna change the color of them. Actually, let's just do that now. Let's make them, I don't know, brown or red? Brown. And these ones are built into the street lamps, which will be good. And then over here, same thing, we're gonna need to have a security. And we gotta get out of the pool. I've got all these filters on. There we go. For now, that's good. We need these guys. But we need them more like bamboo color. Yep, so far so good. That goes there. That goes there. Like I said, we're gonna need some kind of light or something. All right. Oh, there we go. Our little pool area is pretty much done. Sun standing over here, probably stick the food down over yonder. In fact, let's build some of that. We want to have a restaurant. So we'll build that here. Around it. We'll have that. And facilities, we're gonna need a bathroom, have a staff building, a mechanic, and we're gonna put some food in, so we'll have a chief beef.
Tasty.
We need drinks, so delightful. We need sushi. We need slushies. And we need just a moment. And then also in here, you know what? We're gonna edit this guy. Edit. We're gonna delete this. We're gonna put a walkway in here just to remind us so when we build, we do the right thing. Sorry, I'm thinking, so I'm talking quiet as I think. But we're gonna need to have our services and all those things in here. So we're going to need a power. Comes to there. We need a water filter. Which will go to there. And we need facilities. Actually, I think we're gonna be just fine doing it this way. For people to have a big in there. Perfect. Check that out. And then this will kind of be, this will all be one building. This will be host, like bamboo posts like this. So we'll have one there, probably one here, and one over here. Right, we'll add more, but that's kind of the gist of how this is all gonna work. I'm gonna double this. We're gonna add another one. And that will connect. In fact, we'll do that right this minute. So that we don't forget. Let's copy this. Let's come down yonder. Let's do that. And extend. And then come into here. There. Actually, what we could do too is we could put a mechanics thing here. Or in the park over here, right? It'll look like it all walks through, but it doesn't. And then we can stick a connect. All right. Very nice. I like where the potential is for this to go. Hope everybody enjoyed. Until next time, let me know what you think. Leave me some comments and some ideas, and I'll see ya.